Ride day, boys. Ride day. We put a few goodies on here. I put a Quad-Tech seat cover on it, Lone Star Nerf bars, OBOR Advent tires, and some DWT bead locks. And I put a Rekluse Radius X Clutch in it.
Lone Star Nerf bars are really cool. Girthy. Those are really cool. And today we're gonna figure out the Rekluse clutch.
Yep.
See what you think about that.
Try to get used to it.
Yeah.
Kind of do a little break-in period on it and see how it's going to work.
Why'd you go with the Rekluse?
Well, because where I've been racing a little bit, every now and then I'll stall the bike or something working with the clutch.
Oh shit! Son of a bitch!
And you get in the tight sections, and you're constantly working the clutch, which is giving you arm pump.
My forearms are swelled up with blood so much. Whew, they're hard as a rock. Damn, I'm fat and out of shape.
And then, you know, a time or two the bike will stall.
Bastard.
And then it's kind of hard to get it started if it stalls.
Oh, you kidding me? Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh.
With the Rekluse, you know, you should never really have an issue with stalling because, you know, it stays running even if it's in gear, and it's one less thing you got to worry about where you don't have to mess with the clutch.
Yeah, give your hands a little bit of a break, because you're finding the arm pump is kind of the biggest woe on the trail.
Yeah.
Your biggest adversary is definitely the arm pump. So the Rekluse is in there, still got the Honda cover, so you can go incognito.
Yep.
a little bit.
I went with the Radius X model, and it uses all the stock clutch components, stock basket, stock pressure plate, your stock inner hub. All it is basically a kit with friction discs, steel drive plates, and then their EXP, which is the auto clutch itself.
Yeah.
So all that mates up to all the factory stuff there. It's pretty simple to install, really.
The OBOR tires look pretty cool too. What made you go with those?
Well,
these are the Advent.
They were priced right, and they actually, I think they look really good. I think they'll do well.
Yeah, they look.
And I'm sure Adam McGill sells plenty of them.
The Gator.
So obviously the tire choice for me is the Advent. Why not? It gets chicks, right?
Coming along. Any other plans for this machine for racing?
I might strip it down this winter and powder coat the frame black, and probably it.
It's going to end up the practice bike.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, and one more thing I thought about doing this winter, if the money works out, instead of going full suspension on it, I'm thinking about taking the factory shocks and sending them off to somebody like Rocket Ron or BNR Motorsports or something, and have them do a revalve and set the shocks up. You know, they can do dual and triple rate spring setups and then valve them for my weight and stuff like that.
Save you a little bit of money over.
I thought about doing that instead of going with a full set of custom shocks. Just have them do a revalve on these.
Cool. And shout out to Tarragon. Tarragon sent us that black butter, and that has this thing. These plastics are jacked up.
Yeah.
But you can't hardly tell anymore.
Yeah,
because you've been using the Tarragon.
Yeah, I put Tarragon on it just yesterday.
Oh, good.
But really, the Tarragon kind of rejuvenates the plastics where it don't need near as much now. I've still got
and that
pretty much that entire bottle. I mean, it's like a half bottle.
Yeah.
So that stuff goes a long way. Yeah.
And if you have old plastics, it's not just black plastics, but if you got old scratched up plastics, the spray is not going to go as far as the Tarragon. We've been really impressed with the Tarragon, so you can check them out on Amazon. Tarragon black butter.
Yep. So far I'm really digging it, because when we took off earlier, you know, we come into a turn kind of hot there, and I had to lock the rear brakes up, so I just stomp on the rear brake pedal, slide it around, and I don't have to worry about pulling in the clutch and then just punch the throttle again, and you're back, you know, you're back moving again. So like on a small hill, if you're kind of going down a little bit of an incline, it'll stay engaged. So you feel the engine braking. You still feel the engine holding it back. Now, if you're coming down a real steep hill and you're hard on the brakes, at a real low idle, it will disengage and you'll kind of be freewheeling. But if you want the clutch to engage, to get a little bit of the engine braking back, you can pop the throttle just a little bit, get the RPMs up just a little, and it'll hold you back.
Looks like it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm liking the Rekluse clutch. Like we were talking earlier, you could come into a turn pretty hard. If you need to get on the brakes and lock the wheels up, you could lock the rear end up, slide it into a turn, and then as soon as you get where you need to be, pin the throttle. You don't have to mess with the clutch.
Just letting you ride harder through here.
Yeah, you can ride a lot harder with it for sure.
Cool.
And the whole package deal is it all kind of came together. You know, the big pro pegs on the Lone Star Nerf bars are keeping my feet planted, giving me a good surface for my feet.
Yeah, because this is
the tires are
angle
hooking
the camera
up.
down. This is an aggressive bite.
Yeah, and the
For
tires,
sure.
the tires are hooking up and doing what they need
So,
to do. I'm really
you
liking
like-
the OBOR tires.
Yeah, you like the OBORs.
Yeah, I'm
Those are-
very impressed with them, really.
We were talking about the OBORs earlier because Brian and I like the GBCs, but what's different about the OBORs is the tread depth. It's not super deep, and it kind of gives you, I like XC Masters when they're at like 50% tread,
Right.
and these feel like they start there, so they start in that like ideal area. And the compound seems like the wear is going to be
Yeah, they hook up
slow,
they
so-
hook up really good, and it's easy to slide. When you get in turns and stuff,
Yeah.
you can maneuver it. It's not, it doesn't have so much grip that you can't slide the rear end around.
not too much bite.
But, and I'm loving that Quadtech seat cover too. It's keeping my butt glued to the seat to where I'm not, slinging me all over the place.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, the entire package is really coming together. I'm tickled with it.